This is the Bannock Project. Hello, our names are Talia and Shui, and we had the opportunity this week to be part of the What's in My Food lab. We learned so much from the awesome professors who taught our classes, and we are excited to share some of what we learned with you today.
Have you ever made bannock before? What ingredients did you use? How could these ingredients be changed to make it healthier? And would it still be bannock? These are the questions we attempted to answer with our experiment.
What is bannock? Bannock is a traditional Canadian Indigenous food made with wheat flour and shaped into round, flat shapes that is typically fried or baked. It's a delicious food and a staple of Indigenous cuisine.
However, bannock made with all-purpose wheat flour isn't the most nutritious. In fact, you would have to eat 27 loaves to get your daily intake of fiber, 12 loaves to get your daily intake of protein, and 30 loaves to get the daily amount of beta-gluten, a type of fiber mostly found in oat flour, documented to provide health benefits.
Our procedure. Day 1. We were given the opportunity to design our own bannock. The goal was to make a healthier version that still tasted great, or even better. We would also make a control bannock with 100% all-purpose flour that we would use as a benchmark for how good our bannock was in comparison. Out of a selection of different flour types, and under the guidance of our mentors, we crafted our own brand new bannock recipes.
On this chart, you can see the ingredients for the control bannock, the one made with all-purpose flour, and mine and Shui's bannock recipes. We changed ours to have different flour ingredients because the whole flour, oat flour, and bean flour have more protein and fiber than all-purpose flour. The oat flour specifically contains more beta-gluten as well.
Making the dough. There were 7 steps to make the bannock. First, the dry ingredients including flour, baking powder, and sugar were measured and poured. Then milk and oil were added and mixed. The dough was then kneaded and flattened onto a pan to be baked.
Each of the bannocks were measured to ensure that they were the same height so that when they rose in the oven, we would be able to compare which was the highest.
How did they turn out? This is an image of the bannock after it was done baking. Through observation, we can see that the all-purpose wheat flour bannock on the left has a lighter color, more texture, and looks a bit stringy. The whole wheat and oat flour bannock in the middle is darker in color, smoother, and has few holes in it. Finally, the whole wheat flour and bean flour bannock on the right has more holes, is lighter in color compared to the middle bannock, and is less smooth.
So here are our results. The data displayed on this chart shows the color of the crust on all 3 bannocks and how they compare. We were able to get this information using a Minolta color meter. We were also able to record the texture of each of the bannocks using a Flash 2000 protein analyzer. The fiber and protein percentages are shown in the chart as well as a visual of the health benefits of each. As you can see, the bannock made with the all-purpose flour only has 2.77% of fiber, whereas the other 2 that we made had over 9% of fiber. There were also higher percentages of protein on our bannock recipes compared to the all-purpose flour recipe.
Of course, though, numbers and machine readings are not the most important factor when it comes to determining whether people would actually buy and enjoy our bannock. How it actually tastes, smells, and looks to the average person is just as important. To solve this problem, our mentors gave us their feedback.
Here are some comments from our instructors after they tasted our bannock. We came out with great results as both options tasted great, and they were chosen as first and second choices over the all-purpose wheat flour bannock.
Analysis. Overall, our bannock came out on top. While you would need 27 servings of all-purpose flour, bannock, about 3.5 loaves, to get your daily serving of fiber, you'd only need 8 servings of the oat flour bannock, which is 1 loaf, or 6 servings of the bean flour bannock. For protein, you'd need 12 servings of the control bannock, 10 of the oat bannock, and 9 of the bean bannock. For beta-glucan, you'd need 30 servings of the bean or all-purpose flour bannock, but only 4 servings of Telias bannock. And while neither of our bannocks tasted, looked, or smelled exactly like the original, their unique flavors were still super tasty and even preferred by our mentors. Overall, we're confident that the project was a huge success.
Conclusion. What did we learn? Concerning what's in our food, throughout the course of this project, we learned how different types of ingredients affect the end product. The ingredients used in the bannock can affect every part of the product enjoyment-wise and health-wise. What's more, we learned about the different nutrients that can have an effect on our bodies and how to increase nutritional value in all kinds of foods. More broadly, this project is proof that there is potential for Indigenous innovation in all industries. With enough young minds at work, there is no doubt that it is possible to reinvent products that were once thought to be unchangeable.
Acknowledgements. Thank you so much. We are very grateful for the experts that guided us throughout the week. We did so many other cool projects throughout the week that we are very thankful for. We learned so much and it was an awesome experience. And of course, thank you to the Verna J. Kirkness program and everyone who worked so hard to make it possible. The end.